Alright, welcome back. So last episode, we finally came face to face with Barnabas More. I think that's his name. The King of Walut. And he basically handed us our asses. So, yeah. Anyway, let's head to the hideaway. I think we need information that Sid left behind. Song of Hope.
Right.
No, obviously, since we did that, probably gonna be like side quests at some point.
Gav said that Otto might know something.
I feel like we're about to get a bunch of side
Paul
quests.
said it was an army of Akashic. What will happen to
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are crawling with Akashic and the valleys are full?
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back.
Need to get this.
All yours. All done?
See how many. I forget how many hunts exactly that we have. Yeah, I kind of know where both of these are. But let's talk about Otto.
Clive? But if you're here, where the hell is everyone else? Don't tell me.
They're all right. But it's a long story.
You lot don't do things by halves, do you? Well, at least everyone's still breathing. Now, as for these writings, I'm sorry to say, Clive, but if you had those, you'd be...
Sitting under a pile of rubble. I know.
But we were able to save a few bits and pieces from the ruins. The more personal items we gave to the next of kin.
Then I'll check the workshop.
So let's make sure we got this stuff. That way when we head back later, we kind of have everything.
If Amber and the Lazarus are gone, then do you think Mid's ship will ever sail?
This looks like it's from Sid's old diary. I'd better keep looking. What do we have here? Oh, Sid's...
I know this is your hideaway, but you really shouldn't be in here. If Mid caught you rifling through her research, she'd have your head, then mine for letting you.
I remember seeing this doll in Sid's cellar. Huh. What's this tucked inside it? Sid's best invention. Huh. That sounds promising. So Sid hid something in Mid's first opus. But what would that be? Perhaps Otto might know.
I know what it is. I know exactly what it is. But can't cut corners in this game.
Well, did you find anything?
Possibly. You wouldn't happen to know what Mid's first opus was?
Opus? That girl's as tone deaf as a banshee. Unless you mean the orchestrion. She couldn't have been more than, what, 11, 12 when she cobbled that thing together? It surprised us all. Not least her dad. You should have seen how proud he was of the little scamp. What's that battered old box have to do with anything?
I think Sid may have hidden something inside it.
Wouldn't surprise me. Those two and their bloody treasure hunts. Half the things in the hideaway were hidden one time.
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are crawling with a kashik and the valleys are full of ether?
Oh, the music player. Like, I don't know, was this like a shipyard where all the ships and stuff kind of, or like every time I see, like, I don't know.
I didn't break it. Well, I didn't break it.
What didn't you break?
Nothing. We didn't break nothing.
What's wrong with it?
It's broken. Except when it isn't. See?
And you had nothing to do with this?
Nope. Nothing. We just wanted to listen to all the songs at once. So we pressed all the buttons. Like this. See?
All too well. All right, out of the way. Something caught on one of the gears.
Did you break it? Can you fix it?
No, I mean, yeah, yes. There. How about now?
You fixed it! Sid fixed it! He more than fixed it! Yeah, new music!
Huh. Never heard this one before.
It started playing when I removed this. Whatever it is.
Well, don't look at me. I can tell you it's important, though. Sid showed it to me once and said as much. Said it was the stuff dreams were made of. Let's just hope it's the stuff ships are made of as well.
Indeed. Let's see if we can make some dreams come true.
Okay, quest complete.
Just the two I was looking for.
Aye. Lose a patient?
Actually, yes. The Crown Prince just left.
Dion left.
Unless you've another word for stood up and walked off. Yes, left. He did have the decency to leave a message with Obelisk before commandeering one of his dinghies.
No, we're not the Prince's keepers. He's free to do as he sees fit.
I'd rather he did so in bed. His wounds are nowhere near healed, much like yours, I suspect. Otto told me what happened in Canver. What is it with this realm's princes and their aversion to rest?
Ask me when I get back, though I may be sometime.
Then at least try to stay safe.
And if that fails, try to stay alive, eh?
Every moment I waste here, the further the flagship sails.
Okay. Okay.
I have to get get back.
Let's look at the map really quick. Okay, yeah, that's important. That's important. All right. So according to this, there are plenty of side quests that we don't need to do yet, but not need to do, but basically items. We'll do the blacksmith blues one, and then we'll do the other ones. I'll probably do the other ones off camera. So right now I'm gonna focus on the blacksmith blues.
Blackthorn's.
Well,
It's such and.
I'd speak to... Well,
All right.
She can't. Glory to Griga.
what's happened?
Tyre's busy working herself into an early. I've tried offering to see to him in her stead, but Clive, she hasn't left the infirmary. Will you talk to?
I know better than to order Tyre to... Well, Tyre, Rodriguez's worried about you. And if what he says is true, then so am I. We all admire your dedication, but...
I will, when it's time. Until then, we owe him that much.
Who is he?
Someone from my past. Someone who doesn't deserve to die alone. It won't be much longer. The crystal's curse has almost finished its work. If I had the tears, I could ease his passing. But without them, we've nothing that will touch the agate.
How would tears help this man?
Not my tears. Tears of mercy.
You wouldn't, Tyre. There must be something we can do for...
Sometimes an easy death is the great... You do well to remember that, Rodrigue.
I will. We have all the ingredients we need for Alicia Balwam. It needs to be fresh, though, so we rarely have much to hand. I can make the draft if you can...
Just tell me what you need.
There is a species of venom-weeping spider that lives in the forests of Norvent, near Lorbert's Park. Bring me one of their eyes. Preserve it, as I'll make sure the other ingredients are ready before.
Thank you, Clive. I won't forget this.
There's one more to grab. Let's just go ahead and grab that. That way, while we're out, we can do them all. But man, I forget what item we get from Blackthorn from doing this.
Bloody hell, Clive. Not this.
That remains to be seen. August tells me he showed and that the sight of it clearly upset.
Come on, mate. Bottling it up. If it weren't the ring.
It brought back some unhappy memories.
Memories of what?
There are things we'd all rather leave behind, Blackthorn.
And sometimes it doesn't.
Don't be like.
Fine. If it'll get you up, that ring he flashed was... We apprenticed together.
You've never mentioned him.
Why would I? Ain't seen him in decades, and the last ring brought it all back. Bastard's improved, though. More than I thought possible.
So it was a nice ring. Worth a few...
It matters, because engraving metal's a nightmare, and I've got no bloody idea. The fact is...
So what? You're an
I'm the Hideaway's mastercraft. I'm not stealing a living at some backwater village fort. My armor keeps you lot safe, and my swords, as far as I'm concerned, every swing of my hammer's another blow struck in the name of our cause. So what? Because the curse breakers deserve better, and I refuse to be shown up by the likes of Zoltan.
Very well. Why don't we go and pay him a visit?
I doubt he'd be too happy to...
Then just this once, swallow your pride. And for keeping the curse breakers, provided you can do that, you'll hear no complaints from me.
What'd you say, Blackthorn? It's not like you'll be going alone.
All right.
Magic. So, where do you reckon...
In Dravost, my old village.
Dravost, eh? That rings a bell. Just north of the fields of... Got that, Clive? Meet us, and I'll make sure Blackthorn don't get...
Good luck with that.
What? I need a weapon.
Trouble with your gear, or what do you want?
The rune blade. It's currently the strongest blade we
If I do
have.
say so myself.
He's a surly soaker.
Sid, I'm going to marry the Morganbeards with Morbles. Morbles are possessed of
I know what this is. This have something to do off camera because I don't really get anything out of it. So I wish you could just like press on something and it like takes you there. So left swing. I think it's better to start from left reach. There's actually an Akashic in Northrend.
And what can I do for you? An excellent choice. I do like a customer who knows what he wants. An excellent choice.
So I need to go back to the vendors. They have new songs.
faster.
Time to fight.
No, it's not.
Be safe.
Rodrigo could have mentioned his spiders would be the size of curls.
Stay down! Muhammad!
Well done.
Alright, take care of that.
Hopefully one will be enough.
Was it? Which one was it? Oh, let's start the Dravits one. See what they gotta say.
Kicked out already?
No. This charmer ain't letting anyone through.
Why are the gates closed?
Chief's orders. No one's allowed in without his say-so. Not that I'd have let you in anyway. You look like trouble. I suggest you go home.
That's what I'm trying to do, you little prick. Ain't changed a bit, have you, Snotty?
No. It isn't. Blackthorn.
Long time no see, eh?
What the hell are you doing here?
Well, it was meant to be a surprise, but since you are so nicely, I'm here to see Zoltan, you fucking numbskull. Now let us through.
All right. Just Don't go starting anything with the chief.
He sounds so...
I promise I won't throw the first punch. That good enough for you?
It's not like he has like no emotion. Just...
Go on then.
Much obliged.
So this is Dravosht. Not much going on, is there?
It's a smithing town. When I was a lad, you'd have to shout to be heard over the sound of that. Clive, you're good with people. You speak to Sultan.
Hey, you ain't backing out now, are you?
There's a river of bad blood between me and the chief. But if someone can build me a bridge...
All right.
I appreciate it. It'll be near the forge on the hill. It was our master's. He'd have inherited it when I left.
The forge on the hill.
But if we can't fire the forges, how are we going to earn our keep?
Just really quick.
Would you like to see my wares?
So you don't have anything.
Go safely now.
Mama, why hasn't Papa come back yet?
Hotter! Hotter, damn it! Those miserable flames wouldn't melt butter, let alone iron.
Pardon the intrusion. I'm looking for the chief.
That'd be me.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'll bet it is. Keep the gates closed, I tell him. Well done, Snotty. You're not welcome here. Get out. Before things turn nasty.
Blackthorn's here.
What did you say?
He's traveled a long way to see you.
He has he?
He's waiting. Down by the gates.
Then I suggest you take him with you when you leave.
Didn't you apprentice together?
So what if we did?
Fuck! We're getting nowhere. These bearers' flames are next to bloody useless.
We're never going to be able to fire up the forges unless we can find some new crystals.
I'm a busy man, as you can see, so do me a favor and piss off. Oh, and if you're struggling to find your way out, ask Blackthorn. That prick knows exactly where the exit is. He's not wanted here. And neither are you.
All right. I'm going.
Damn. Well, once you know what happened, you kind of understand why he's like that.
Let me guess. Zoltan told you to piss off.
As a personal favor to him, yes.
Well, at least he didn't beat about the bush.
There'll be no talking him round. Not after what I did.
Which is what exactly? If we're to help, we need to know. What turned the village against you?
I left. Dravosht. Zoltan. The burden of leadership our dying master dropped in our laps. All of it. There are two kinds of smiths in this world, you see. My kind, who are in it for the love of the craft, who labour on a single piece from dawn to dusk to get it just right. And the other kind, who are in it for different reasons. People like Zoltan, whose work is quick and cheap. The kind of smiths who shit out a few hundred blades, reap the profit, and divvy it out among themselves. There wasn't a single day we weren't at each other's throats. And bit by bit, people started taking sides. You would have torn Dravosht in half had it gone on. So, I left.
You didn't have to do that.
Zoltan's a better chief than I would have been. His way of doing things kept food on people's tables. Dravosht prospered without me and my lofty ideals getting in the road. Until the crystals run out at any rate. Without magic to fire the furnaces, this place is as good as dead.
It depends on how you look at it, though. There's got to be other ways of making fire. We manage it in the Deadlands.
Thanks to Sid's ingenuity, yeah. He saw all of this coming. Knew crystals were the problem, not the solution. And spent years coming up with ways of doing without.
You know what I mean, though, right? Where there's a will, there's a way. What I'm trying to say is that...
It doesn't matter whose fault it is. I don't want to be the greatest smith alive just because I happen to be the last. Clive, Dravosh won't last long without its furnaces, so... Do you think it's time we shared Sid's bellows with the world, the way I see it? It's your decision to make.
Hold on, Blackthorn. Sid made those things for us. They give us an edge over the rest, and you'd be throwing it away.
All right. Do it. This place was your home. I won't abandon it to its fate. Sid's creations were never meant to be hoarded. It was only ever a matter of time before we shared them. Let this be another step on the road to freeing Valisthea from the prison of the Crystal's blessing. Dravosh will show the world that it's possible. Wouldn't you agree, August?
When you put it that way, of course. It's like hearing Sid speak from beyond the grave.
Thank you, Clive.
Shall I go and fetch the plans, then?
I know I'm off by heart. I'll be needing some help, though. Building a furnace isn't exactly a one-man job. Do us a favour and round up anyone strong enough to lug a brick or two, would you all?
All right, then.
And I've got a job for you too, Clive. I need leather for the bellows and nothing else. Luckily for us, salamanders feed out in the...
Time for a spot of hunting.
Alright, let's hunt a salamander.
Let's make this quick, shall we?
To me, Flames!
No, I'm not even going. I could definitely just give him a good punch. But alright.
I dare say that would be enough for a decent bit of bellows.
Let's just fast travel back. Like that.
What's this all about then?
Dunno.
Any trouble finding the skin?
Nothing I couldn't handle.
There should be plenty. Right then. Time to put these louds to work. If everyone pulls their weight, we'll be finished in no time.
Well, I'll be damned. I honestly didn't think it'd work. But it's hot enough, all right. And without a single crystal in sight. You know what this means, don't you? I do, yeah. Dravost is saved.
Sorry about earlier. I take back everything I said. That thing you built us is an honest-to-God's marvel. You've saved our village.
It's Blackthorn you should be thanking. He oversaw the construction.
Give this to him, would you?
What is it?
Pet coal cinders. After he left, I spent years trying to eke the most out of our forges. That there was my answer. Chuck it in the fire, and your forge will burn hotter for longer, which will do wonders for your steel. Our secret for yours. Only fair. I've always envied Blackthorn. Since the day I became chief, I spent every spare moment trying to match up to the bastard. No amount of sleepless nights at the anvil will ever bridge that gap, though. He's a genius. Plain and simple. The man Dravost needed. But he took all his talent and left. Gifted and free. Is it any wonder I hate his guts?
The cinders would mean more coming from you.
I need to forgive him first. And that's not gonna happen.
Well, you know what they say. Oriflamme weren't built in a day and all that. These things take time. Especially when they involve two geezers who hold grudges tighter than their hammers. But what matters is, Blackthorn's got that twinkle back in his eye. And I'd call that a job well done.
So would I.
I reckon he's going to be at it a while yet, though, so why don't you head off without us? I'll see that the old git gets home safe and sound.
See that you both do. I'll save the cinders till then.
All right. It'll be a nice little surprise for him. Yeah, that's not...
So let's turn in our hideaway stuff. And so I have 3 hunts I have to do, which I don't mind. Let's turn this one in first.
Cole said it was an army of Akashic. What will happen to Mid and the others?
Thank goodness you're back.
Is this what you needed?
Yes, it is. Thank you, Clive. I'm loath to give a patient Alicia, but Taya's right. Sometimes it's all we can do. A single dose dulls even the most agonizing pain, and all other sensation with it. It may be a gentle way to die, but it is death nonetheless. I wish there was another way.
How are you feeling?
Light, mid-here. Drifting on waves.
Good. Just relax. Let the waves carry you to a better place.
Thank you, Taya. I'm so proud of you.
He's gone. Thank you, Rodrigue. And you, Clive.
I'll see that he's properly laid to rest.
The man you helped today was my mentor back in the Southern Isles. On the front lines of some meaningless war. I was still a child when they shipped me to their triage tents to treat the wounded with my gift. But in such blighted lands, I was next to useless. Until he taught me the true physicker's art. That is,
an art we would be lost without.
Tears of mercy were his gift to the bearers of the world. A respite from the agony of the curse's end.
And a kindness Sid would have approved of.
You know as well as I what life is like for a bearer soldier. Marched from one battle to the next, never knowing which might be your last. A commander may care nothing for the bearer spent in his service. But my mentor's gift gave the dying one fleeting moment of tranquility before the end. I've no tears left, Clive. I've seen too many of my friends taken. Something needs to change, and we need to be the ones to change it.
And we will. I promise.
I hope so.
All right, and let's talk to Blackthorn. Do you got anything new?
Still alive, are ya? It'd better all be here. You'll not find a better price than that. Is that all?
Gentlemen, I see you both made it home in one piece.
Yeah, well, we didn't want to outstay our welcome. The whole village turned out for a go on the bellows after you left. Everyone except Zoltan, that is. Didn't see hide nor hair of it.
Oh, but that reminds me. I have something for you.
Pick old Cinder. How'd you come by this? And you're sure he wanted me to have it?
I'm sure. He didn't say so, but I think he wants to forgive you.
Huh. Imagine that. Yeah. You know I could never leave this place, don't you? Every time you put on mail, you and the curse breakers are trusting me with your life. There's no greater honor for a smith. I'm not about to go crawling back to Zoltan for forgiveness, but I will make good use of his Cinder. And if that helps save even a single life, then he'll have my gratitude. What was it you said he called me? Huh? A genius? And he spent sleepless night trying to copy me, did he? Sounds like I better get to work. I've got a reputation to uphold.
It's good to see you back on form, Blackthorn.
I don't know how you pair put up with me sometimes, but I'm grateful all the same. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, about to put Zoltan back in his place.
Ain't got the art to tell him how similar they are. Stubborn bastards.
A little healthy competition should be good for him.
You're not wrong. Still, it's a shame him and Zoltan couldn't let bygones be bygones. No use grumbling about it now, though. Blackthorn's happy. Or as near to happy as he gets. And that's good enough for me.
Ooh. Well, now we got a new recipe. I doubt I have the stuff for it. We could check real quick though.
Yep. So, what'll it be?
Gonna need flawless long claw. Okay, I know where all this is at. So I'm pretty close to getting a lot of this.
That it? Fine.
So yeah. So I'm gonna end it here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do those hunts. There's about 3 of them. So I'll go ahead and knock those out, and we'll be ready to return to Ironworks. So yeah. As always, if you like what you see, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.